Oh boy, 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 boy. All right. Finally got started. Finally got started. For those who don't know, welcome to the A.M.P. Late Night Talk Show. I don't have nobody on just yet, so I'm gonna wait till I get some people on before I start. So supposed to have a guest on tonight. It took me the longest to get this on. I hope I'm on my Facebook account, which I know I'm not. I'm on the podcast account. I want to play some music so damn bad, but that's why I got penalized already. All right, I'm gonna wait till a few people get in here. Like I said, I'm waiting for a few people to get in on YouTube and Facebook, and then we're gonna start the show. Usually I will play music though, but I got popped last time. I'll tell you more about it in a little bit whenever everybody start getting on. I want to play some music so bad. Okay, but I can't play no music. Oh, that ain't good. I want to tell you too. I don't know if it's because of the storm or what though, but I had a hard time getting on tonight. So it might be the storm. So if you see my camera freeze up or something happen, that's exactly what it is. It's the storm. I tried to get on for the last 20 minutes, and it's been kicking me off every time. So just because it's nice and clear here, or that I mean where the satellite's at is or they got power. So I'm gonna wait for a few more minutes. I'm supposed to have a guest supposed to check in with me, say he want to get on tonight. I told him how to do it. If anybody do want to get on the show, it's a URL address I can give you, and you can get on the show and talk your talk. Matter of fact, that's it right there. That's the URL. We're gonna be up probably kind of late tonight because this storm came through. Ain't nobody doing nothing. Ain't nothing on TV. So I'm gonna make you call in tonight or text something or chat. All right. Like I said, I'm gonna give it a few more minutes for other people to get on. If you can, um, share it so other people can get on, and hopefully we can get this thing going. And on the weekends we can start talking and get something done. Cause complaining.
Hello, Moto.
Okay, sorry about that. Yeah. I'm here doing the show. Yeah, like I said, that's the URL on the screen right there that you can, if you want to be on the show, you be on the screen right there beside me. I appreciate it, Cole. Which one or both of them? Oh, I appreciate it.
I messed around and lost track of thought, man. I said, damn, I got to go around here.
Oh, that's cool. Hey, if you want to sit down and talk to me while we online now, you can. Like, I know a lot of people scared of it. I'm telling you, once you break the ice, ain't nothing to it, man. Everybody got a story to tell. I appreciate it though, Mo Bitty. All right, come on. Let's a few more people get up in here. A few more people get up in here because I feel like the people that's in here tonight gonna break the ice and you're gonna call or you're gonna chat in. Okay? Or you can be real brave and you're gonna hit that HTTPS address and you're gonna go on screen. All right, let me put the once again, this is the late night talk show for grown people, for us. We ain't getting no growner and we don't know everything. So it's time for us to come together and talk. Okay? I mean, that's how we can build. That's called building. Whenever two or more people get together and they start telling information that the other person didn't know, you building, you learning something. And we should learn something every day. Try to learn something every day. Don't watch the same TV show, the same music every day, because then you ain't learning nothing. You might notice that I'm swinging up in here and stuff because the window was left open, and the mosquitoes is out of control. All right, so you might see me spray or something right there, but I don't know if the mosquitoes know it's time for them to go because the weather breaking. But I will spend money on mosquito spray. Yeah, I sit outside and battle the mosquitoes. All right. Let me put this is the number too. The number to the show if you want to call in. Okay. I might hit the wrong button every now and then. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna try to go through and use the computer, use the YouTube as I talk and show pictures because just you sitting here looking at me, that ain't gonna do it. I know you don't like it, and I don't like you just sitting there staring at me either. I know I aged, everybody aged, but I don't care. That's real talk. A lot of us don't do stuff, don't go places, don't do whatever because we aged. We aged, whether it's gray hairs, whether it's wrinkles, whether it's weight, gain weight, whatever. You can't do that. You can't do it. You can't not live your life because of aging. I mean, we're all gonna age. That's a good thing. If you ain't aging no more, then that's a bad thing. But yeah, stop not going places because you may have gained a little bit of weight. And I know I might hit a nerd though, but or stop not going places because you feel like you look older than high school or whatever. We all aged. Very few of us haven't aged that much, but they ain't around bragging about it. So just get out and do stuff. Don't worry about how you look. But what excuse me. Like I said before, I'm supposed to have a guest tonight. I'm supposed to have two guests though, but let me tell you something about this right here about looking back at the camera and being on whatever. You have to break the ice, and a lot of people don't have the kahunas to break the ice. I'm watching what I say now because I had a show last week and I was going in and I was playing music and talking whatever, and the whole while in my email, Google, not Google, YouTube and Facebook was hitting me up. Hey man, stop playing that music. You can't do that. And I didn't know. I was steady going. But I knew after the show was over with, I read emails and a lot of that show is like muted because of the music rights. And that's crazy. If you think about it, let me get some examples. Walter Powell played the guitar, say Jonah can sing whatever. If Walter Powell and Jonah, I might mispronounce her name, Jonah, John, I always say her name, you know what I'm saying? But say if Walter Powell and Jonah was in their own little basement and made a song, once they make that song and try to make money off of it, it don't belong to them no more. It ain't like it's artists that can tell me, yeah, man, you can use my music for your podcast. No, it's out of their hands. It's record label is those European people own their music now. And that's ridiculous that we could sit there and make the music from soul, from our experiences of life or whatever, and we can't make no money off of it. Right now, you got people that are dying every 30, 35 years because after 30, 35 years, artists get their masters back to their music. Imagine that. Imagine that though. You make music and somebody's gonna make the money off of it, and they'll tell you that you can have it back to make money off of it in 30 to 35 years. They are the the game they play on artists. It's not really a game because it's way unfair. They look for artists that are starving, come from broken homes or whatever, because they'll sign anything. And they so many of our artists that we look up to died broke. James Brown tried to get Michael Jackson all his money. Um, R. Kelly, don't get fooled by this. R. Kelly peeing on girls, states that he's or whatever. He need to be in jail for life. No, it's his money. R. Kelly was the number one seller for decades. He sold more albums than Elvis. It's his money. Where's all his money going to? That's what they want. We make money in America. We build things or whatever. At the end of the day, they got to have that money back. That's why you see a lot of them with a European wife because they know that money already coming back. Kobe Bryant raised in Philadelphia in the hood. Once he got married, moved way across country to California, didn't fill out with everybody over there in that community, became a billionaire, is dead. Now where's all that money at? We keep doing it. All our top athletes, we keep doing the same thing. Marriage is for poor people mostly about love. For everybody else, it's a financial agreement. It is. And some people call if a black woman goes out there and try to get pregnant by a superstar or whatever, they call her a gold digger. I believe they're all gold diggers, but some gold diggers have a better eye to find that talent. And they get them in college or a little bit younger and they rope them. And a lot of our wealth as people is gone out our communities from entertainers, stars, athletes. It's gone. Because once you get married, if something happened to you, you know where all the money going to. Then it's up to your parents, your people back home, have to ask a woman that you barely even know for anything of your son's money that he grew up and y'all raised that child. But that's on a whole nother subject though. I want to talk about tonight, and this might it might not hit you at first though, but if you got a different opinion about it, let me know. Segregation, is it good or bad? Or was it good or bad? There are a lot of pros and cons to segregation. Some of the pros, our schools. Our schools were better. Um, as in better, I mean, if you look at the pictures, it was less violence. That's the one thing. Whenever kids back then wasn't in school, sheriffs would come up to them in the streets, or whatever, take them to school or to their parents. We knew the teachers, and that makes anybody act different. If you know that same teacher go to your church that sees your mama or your grandma or whatever. So that's the difference. We respected older black people then, because we called them yes sir and no sir. Our kids nowadays, many of them don't have a black person to say yes sir or no sir, like an older person, unless they are some kin to them. They from school, some teachers, think about what kind of teachers they have all through school, mostly the authorities, the police or whatever. It's a sign of authority that we lost whenever we stopped having kids go to our school. Because a lot of kids nowadays, like I said, would never say yes sir or no sir to a black older person unless they are a preacher or something. They ain't even been conditioned to do that. But in front of a European, they straighten up. They act different. They talk different. Their jobs. I talked about this one time before. Not knocking MLK for peace, but whenever we build our own jobs and supply our own money with the jobs, our community gets stronger. Like I said before, the boycott movement. They was being racist to us about the boycott, about the buses, one that's on the back or out your seat or don't ride at all, whatever. We were uproaring about it. We were uproaring about it. They called in some I called them some people to calm the crowd. I won't say no name, but they calmed the crowd down, got us to not fight, have peace, and to kind of like have the white people not really say I'm sorry though, but have them change their ways where they will let us on the bus in the front or the back. We should have went down there and started our own bus line. It's easy for me to say then, now, but we have done it all over the country. It ain't like we wasn't doing it. There are plenty of black towns, all black towns that came up. We can't rely on their history books to tell us the truth about our history. They burned down a lot of our black towns, burned them down, and a lot of our communities, prospering communities. I look at it now as I'm not talking about segregation as far as don't don't do don't intermingle with other races. I'm saying we need to get our own race together, our own communities, have our own teachers in our school, whether it be a charter school or whatever, create our own jobs, from desegregation, it broke all that up. And look at us now. If you look around, ooh, far as businesses, a lot of businesses are going up in every town, but they're not our business. They're not. It's a hard thing to face though, but a lot of business that's going up now, they're not our businesses. We only in a certain few kind of businesses, whether dealing with hair or dealing with cars or stuff like that. But we got any business that we spend money at, there should be a black business to go spend money at. If a black person was to go, like say in Bladen County, and say there are six heating and air companies around here. Majority of people here in Bladen County are black. Not registered voted, but here are black. If one black person or two black people can get 90% of the black population money as far as heating and air, they will survive and do good. White people that see us doing good work and for good price, they'll give us their business too. You can survive off your people if you just take the time to go to school and get certified, get you a van or a business outfit, look professional. And it's a gold mine. It's so many of other businesses that are taking big chunks of black people money to survive. For example, if there was one black restaurant in E-Town, everybody black, most majority of us black go there and support other businesses that's surviving off of us would have to shut down. It's a hard way of looking at it though, but we started a race that we were cheated on. So we can't expect to keep the pace like they keeping the pace and catch up with them. No, we falling further and further behind. Okay. We were cheated on back then and we still getting cheated on, but it's not as blatant. So we can't just expect to catch up and be equal if we starting a race um, two laps behind. That's plain and simple. We got to do something as a people to for our kids and our grandkids because it's getting worse. Who are we working for? Most of us. We can make our own jobs. We did it before, but they erased the history, so it won't even be in our mind no more. I'll get off that tangent though, but let me put the. This is the number on the screen. If you have opinion about segregation, good or bad, let me know because there are some good things about us getting desegregated. It did calm down racism a whole lot. It's hard to be racist if you know somebody and you work with them and you see what kind of lifestyle they live in, and you realize that they living just like you living. But once you don't deal, see, or talk to a whole nother race, it's hard for you to relate to them. So any kind of bad stereotypes that you hear, you're gonna put it on because you don't know it's true. Black people say all the time, "Oh man, black people always do this. Black people doing this, doing that. We always doing that." If you never live with a white person or a Chinese person or a Mexican person, how you know that they ain't doing the same things? But we're always saying the negative things on us, and that's been taught. The police, we need more black police. I don't know where you stay at, but maybe it's just me. But it's getting like almost to like the 1960s or 50s out here. 95% of the police are white or more. That's not a bad thing as long as they are good police. But think about it. If something was to break off, like they're always talking about civil this or get your guns up for this right here or whatever, information is power. Who family is gonna have the first amount of information on what to do, on whether to stock up guns or whether to stock up food or whether to leave this town or whatever? We need more black cops so we could also feel protected. I'm not saying I don't feel protected around European cops, but a black cop that I know and I grew up with, it's a whole different story. I know how they feel. They feel better that way. And we should feel the same way. But the problem is we listen to the movies, the rap music, whatever, that's anti-police, anti-snitch. I mean, we still hear today on YouTube, all these things on YouTube. He ain't keeping up with the street code. He broke the code. He's snitching, whatever. 40, 50-year-old grown men talking about the street code and snitching or whatever. That was a game they played on us. What they call it about the movies? Deportate? No. Hmm. Back in the days, we had actors like Sidney Poitier and Cicely Tyson that was winning Oscars and Hella Belafonte. They changed it in the 70s and gave us the exploitation black films. And then from Superfly to Dolomite, everybody was either a pimp or some kind of negative person. Okay, these images on TV means a whole lot. It works, even the rap means. But we need black cops. It's hard for me to tell somebody else to tell their kid to become a cop. It is, but they'll quickly go tell their kid to join the army. I don't understand that. Okay, you be a police officer. You might have to be pulling over cars as a town cop or a local cop for maybe 3 years, and then you move on. In the army, you're gonna be in that same spot or whatever for 7, 8 years before you can even get out of the army. We need more black cops. I mean, we need good cops. We need good cops, but we do need some more black cops. That's not a field that it's a field that they scaring us away from, so their kids will have um, a field to go to once they get out of school. Because not all kids are college material, so they want to have the firemen, the cops, the first responders, those jobs all over America. And if you in any gangs, whatever, you love toting guns any daggone way, and you don't have a felony already, change it up. Go take the test, whatever. Trust me, ain't no gang member gonna come get you. And honestly, if you was a gang member and you was smart, you would send somebody. You would send your people to do that. But trust me, ain't nobody gonna come get you nothing like that because you change your life. You would change the outlook of your whole family. Dead serious. If you out there right now and you 21, 22 years old and you just be in the streets and you ain't doing nothing, you ain't got a job, or whatever. If you I guess if you're a certain height, go be a cop. You will see the influence it will have on your little brothers, your nephews, and everything. How much respect they'll have for you. People don't. You running around here being a game member or whatever. People don't respect you. And fear, after a while, how can I say it? There's nobody that fears everybody. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna meet your match, but trust me, just change your outlook on everything. Do not listen to kids your age. If you're in your 20s, listen to your peers. They don't know because they ain't been no further than you. They can try to tell you, they can sound louder or forceful or whatever, but they don't know. Talk to people older. They already been through double your age. If you're in your 20s, talk to somebody in their 50s. The way you come to them, humble, they ain't gonna lie to you. Plain and simple. But if you come talking that stupid stuff, they're gonna probably just tell you something to get you out of their face. But y'all young people, we got to do something because this pill stuff is still killing us. Still killing. Ain't even 30 years old. Got kids and everything. That's crazy. It's too many orphans around here. It's too many parents that's burying their kids, and this shit is stupid. It's real stupid. I understand you don't know how bad of a problem you got. When we was young, and the words heroin, we looked the other way. Hey man, you got some of that heroin? That's what's in these pills and stuff. Y'all kids, older people too. You really hooked on something that's real dangerous. And I'd rather tell you and you not like me than to not bring it up and you OD on it. Plain and simple. It's killing too many of us. I'm surprised ain't nobody calling in to even have a topic about that. I mean, that's our problem. We too damn quiet about everything. We too quiet. We don't deal with nobody else's kids except our own kids. We stay in the house. Our favorite thing is, man, I'm going to the house. I ain't drinking. I'm going to the house. It ain't working. We gotta change it up. It ain't working. We dying faster than anybody else. The diseases we getting is killing us. We got try something different. I mean, if you don't want to try nothing different, step out the damn way. Then just step out the way. Plain and simple. If you don't care about your own life or your own family or whatever, just choke yourself. I don't know what you got to do. Okay, like I said, I ain't gonna stay before y'all long because I only got two charges on my battery. I hope it won't go out. If it do go out, then I have to switch to the webcam. I look crazy enough on this camera, but I look real crazy on that webcam. Um, how can we, like I said before, Um, if you, we can't catch up if we've been cheated on. Plain and simple. In 1860 something, they had a land state act where all the land was given to white people, a white man, taken from everybody else. And don't be tricked. We own land in the 1800s. We own land. We were politicians and everything. They erased all of their history, so we won't even have a inkling of what we can do. Yeah, there were black politicians, black governors, and everything. Every time something now happens, they're the first black, the first whatever. They lying to us. A lot of their history is, a lot of our history has been erased. So we won't have the idea of uprising or being a proud people. All they want us to know is slavery, Jim Crow, to now. And speaking of Jim Crow, hold on, I'm trying to chat. So I'm so sorry. I forgot about the chats. Also, you can also chat too if you have a chat. If you're on YouTube or Facebook, you can chat and I put it on the screen. Um, Jim Crow. Now, I just said about they gave all the land from everybody to a white man. Okay, we got over that. Well, we ain't get over that though, but time passed. 1860s. Jim Crow. Jim Crow was bad too. Jim Crow was a mother. Jim Crow was so scared. Just imagine if you walking somewhere at nighttime. You can't walk through somebody's yard, and a lot of people didn't have cars back then, but you couldn't walk through somebody's yard or field to get somewhere. And when you walk on the side of the road going somewhere, you took a chance of a group of four white boys seeing you walking on the side of the road. It was dangerous. I mean, it was dangerous. So the sundown law that applied to a lot of places. A lot of places. You had to be in the house before it get dark, or you weren't gonna be in the house at all. They deliberately wouldn't spend money in our businesses. When we started business during Jim Crow time, they would burn them down just to make sure that we wouldn't, recycle our own money and we had to spend money with them. Jim Crow is about anything you can think about is evil with Jim Crow. Just imagine that somebody would break the law against you, burn your building down, or kill someone in your family, and you couldn't go to the cops, you couldn't go to the Supreme Court, you couldn't go nowhere. You couldn't get a lawyer to handle the case. Couldn't do nothing. Jim Crow was scary, scary because they were smiling in your face because you had the right to walk around and roam around. But if one of them wanted to kill you for any reason, they wasn't going to jail. The criminal justice system to European people only got wrong whenever OJ was found innocent. To this day, they still get mad about OJ to this day. Who knows if he did it? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I guess he didn't if the trial lasted that long and John Crockett, he did his thing, whatever, and they found him innocent. I guess he wasn't guilty. But Jim Crow was bad. I mean, anytime you even went to court to try to win something, the judge, you know what I'm saying? The slavery, the Jim Crow, whenever slavery was abolished, but it had a little bit of hyphen behind it. As long as you didn't break the law and become an inmate, then slavery basically was legal. So at that time, they was going around and making most of the laws are made are against us. They was making laws. Like say if jaywalking wasn't a law, if you were black and you were doing it, it became a law. And they came up with so many reasons to fill the prisons up because that made slavery back legal again if you broke the law. Then they used them slaves to do the same thing over again, to work in the fields, to work in the factories, whatever. So it was still slavery. It was just saying that if you broke the law, then you would be a slave. And they were changing the laws, making laws so that you would be a slave. Um, that's messed up. Our people went through a whole lot, and we still here. I mean, if you just reading Black history and learning Black history or American history, it's depressing. It's depressing, but at the same time, it's like we here to stay. I mean, we are truly God's people. We gotta be God's people. Nobody else could have went through or is going through what we going through. They'd have cracked. They'd have committed suicide. Like I said, I ain't gonna stay before you long because I ain't got a lot of Miss Sally Powell, a teacher here back in the days. A lot of if anybody went to the schools in Elizabethtown, you probably had her or you know her. But I remember going to her house one day. I was walking with I believe Namdi going to Patrick, holler at Patrick, and she told me one time about the movies they had in downtown um, Newtown, and she was telling me how that they would send them the same movies that would come out. They would send them the movies like maybe 4 or 5 weeks later than the white movie that was down the street. It was so many things that they done back then, and we gotta talk more to our elders because they got knowledge and stories that a lot of us don't know and need to know. I'm trying to do that now. My barber Keely, he on the job too. He came up with the idea though, but we're gonna start recording older people, elder people. If you have somebody that you know has knowledge of how things used to be around here, and you already know how things are now, but I want to record them. I want to do an interview with them. Sit down, cause I ain't gonna say a leaning tree is the first one to fall though, but if you're a little older, you got the knowledge, and I want to get it before you leave your physical leave us. Okay. So if you know anybody that's older, might have the and wouldn't mind sitting down for no more than 30, 40 minutes though. But some older people can talk too now. But like a 30, 40 or hour interview, inbox me and I'll come to their house or whatever. Or if you could interview them and then send me the footage and I'll have a certain segment for our people because those are our ancestors. And that's who I pray to and give thanks to so much every single day. They ride with me on my job every day, my ancestors. All right. Negative image on TV, the banking system. John Deere, speaking of like the Jim Crow eras, a lot of y'all don't realize that John Deere was an evil company. Like they would not give black farmers loans. Even when the FHA, they did it too. They wouldn't give black people loans. The black soldiers didn't receive the GI Bill. That's what reparation is for. There's a bill for all of that, and they owe us every little scheme, every little not bringing our change back, every little not paying the insurance and keeping that money, whatever. And we couldn't go to the Supreme Court or higher court. They owe us. The land in Wilmington, just over a little over 100 years ago. Okay, my daddy is 75 years old. So you take 75 and you take his daddy being born. So we can go back almost 150 years ago. Not even that long in Wilmington, they had a riot where they just killed so many black people and burned their businesses down and ran them on the bridge in Wilmington and didn't pay no, ain't nobody go to jail. They ain't pay no life insurance to nobody, no business insurance or nothing. And Wilmington then had some successful black people down there. That happened in every town, every state that happened in, every state. But yeah, the farmers were forbidden to. I mean, they didn't get loans. We didn't get loans. Far as we saying that I'm not a farmer though, but even with the housing, the loans for housing were different from the loans for European housing, FHA. The housing for us had to be a certain size, even though we were known to have more kids. They had to be a certain size, and that's why to this day, when you ride around, you'll see a lot of houses the same shape and the same size in black neighborhoods. The same brick size with the carporch, whatever, because there's only enough grant money that they will give us to build a house. and we had to save corners on that by getting people from the hood to help build a house. Okay, I'm finna like I said, I ain't gonna be before you long because my battery is about gone, and I see don't nobody want to chat tonight. Make sure. Okay. And my last thing is, what are you doing? Are you try? Okay, far to the elder people. Do you go see an older person that you know be home alone most of the time, and you know that as soon as you walk in the house, they're gonna start smiling? Do you sometimes if us people that grew up in the church, if you want to tithe a certain way, I'm gonna give you a little bit of advice. Buying that elderly person, one of your older aunts or your older aunts or uncle, whatever, a meal from KFC or from somewhere on your payday, that's tithing. That's paying your tithe. Cause you gotta realize that those same women, aunts and uncles, mostly aunts, used to keep you, wipe your butt, kiss all over you, whatever. But as you got older and grown, you don't remember that. They remember it. You don't remember it. You know what I'm saying? But if somebody telling you how they was and how they treated you, then you need to act up on it and go by and see them because it'll do them a whole lot of justice, whole lot of good. Okay, we got to be better brothers and sisters. Got to be better brothers and sisters. If your parents are not here anymore, anything that's small, let it go. If it's bullshit between you and your siblings, it's small. Cause trust me, as a parent, and most of y'all are parents, you don't want your siblings not you don't you don't want your siblings falling out with each other and hating each other or not liking each other. You don't want that. So if you even though if your parents are not here no more and they're in heaven, the spirit don't go nowhere. It's still here. It's in all of y'all. It's still here, and it's not happy with you and your siblings not talking, not being like y'all were as small kids. When you were small kids, you had love for each other. As the world turns and it goes back around, everything comes back around. As you get older, still had the same love for each other. Like they say, when you be born, somebody wiping your ass, and you live life long enough, somebody can wipe your ass again. Okay, so everything goes all the way around in a circle. So if you got any problem with your siblings, now let that go. Let that go. All right, like I said, this show might not be showed to everybody because my Facebook account it wouldn't my A.M.P Facebook it wouldn't let me connect to it. So it just A.M.P podcast show and it's on YouTube and Twitch. But my personal Facebook account it wouldn't show up. Like I said, I don't know. I tried 3 or 4 times. Um, your kids or grandkids, a lot of y'all grew up bored as hell, and when you was kids, you asked your mom or your dad or whatever, kid to the park or kid or whatever, and they always, and you hated that. Are you doing the same thing now? It don't take a lot to have your kids to have a good childhood. You might think it do not. Whenever you want to spend a whole lot of money, then it takes a lot because you trying to basically, I ain't gonna say keep up with the Joneses though, but you want to, you don't have to spend a whole lot of money on them once a year. Whenever you can take them to something every weekend, no, every weekend, every week, you should carry your kids or grandkids to a park or something, do something with them, or at least once a month to the movies or something like that. You hated whenever you was bored being younger. They hate it too. Just because they sitting in the corner on a phone or a tablet, they are bored. That's why they on that phone or tablet, because they are bored. Whenever you in a doctor's office or somewhere, your ass on a phone or a tablet, because you're bored and you ain't doing nothing. We got to break that. Too many of our kids are overweight. If they ain't overweight, they can't run from your house to the mailbox. Okay, we know what's going on. We know better. We gotta do better. We know what they trying to do with our kids, and it's dumbing them down too. My granddaughter was so sharp. She's still sharp though, but I used to brag on her being, oh my goodness, probably. I say 4 years old, 4 or 5 years old, and knew up to her 10 timetables. And then she get old enough where she started dealing with the phones and stuff. And I watched it because every night or some night I just holler out to her 7 times on four, whatever. And she got slower and slower till she got to put them phones up. That stuff it is affecting our kids' brain. It's affecting our brain, but we don't know it because we ain't trying to learn nothing else. But it's affecting our kids' brain, and if we know better, we gotta do better. And you can start something too. You can start traditions. If you and your family coming up and things that you want to do with your family that you want as a kid to do that you didn't do, you you can do better with your kids. You can start a yearly vacation with your kids, and that means so much because when they get grown, they can do the same thing. And then whenever they grown, they'll be paying for the vacation and taking you. But if it ain't no more than Myrtle Beach, that means a whole lot to a kid. Y'all know a kid in a hotel room with an elevator or indoor pool, whatever, and walk around some stores the next day, whatever, they had a ball. The small things to the kids and to the elderly people mean so much. But to us, it got to have a price tag on it. It got to be in style. I got to have a haircut. I got to do this, whatever. Too high maintenance. We way too high maintenance. And a lot of us can't afford it because, like I said before, we all got poor. If the gas prices went up, the food prices went up, everything went up except for your damn pay, you got poor. You can vote for that again you want to. That's on you. But we all got poor. Okay? So stop being so high maintenance and do the small shit with the kids, whether it's fishing, small stuff. Trust me, it means a whole lot. Right now, me and Mo Biddy came by and we're gonna burn the trees and stuff, the growth from my house to his house. So I want to take my kids, grandkids in there and go camping. I want to try it. You know what I'm saying? I might not sleep that night. They might sleep though, but I want to do it for them. We gotta step out the box and do different stuff. We can't allow our kids to be raised no better or worse. Really, yeah, no better than what we was raised. Our kids should be raised better than what we was raised. Should see more and do more. Okay. I guess this last thing is we got to get out of being stuck in our ways. A lot of us are stuck in our ways. Like I said about calling in or chatting. You want to, but you're stuck in your ways. Some kind of show going on, whatever, some kind of birthday thing for somebody. You're stuck in your ways. Um, a lot of us like anti-church. Never really had a real debate about church, but you're stuck in your ways. I ain't going to church. I ain't going. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with Muslims. I know Christian people that love Denzel Washington to death, but will not watch Malcolm X. We stuck in our ways. We gotta get out of it. It ain't doing us no good. It ain't doing. And you know what I hate, man. I'm going to the house. Maybe the people at the house don't want to see your ass. Get out of being stuck in your ways. We gotta start doing stuff. People back in the less technology that you own, the less stress you will be. Every now and then, I leave my phone on purpose or whatever. I don't care about no phone. I go to the store, go whatever, and leave my phone. It's a little stress reliever. I'm not Superman. You can call me if you want to if it's an emergency. I can't fly there and pick up some tree or whatever. Know what I'm saying? Just like back in the days, what you don't know don't hurt you, and you don't need to know everything. You need to check Facebook every 5-10 minutes. Let it go. You need to be obsessed with the news and the wars and stuff. Stuff is stressful. Think about it. Every news that you get is 9 times out of 10 something negative, something bad. It's stressful. It brings you down. So when you get sick, bring your inside down. It's so powerful that I believe some people have lost people that's real close to them and lost the will to live. And they 6 months, 8 months, they gone from here. The small little thing is getting sick and they gone. Just like a dog. Your dog will be at your, or you have a dog for 10 years at your house. He can get hit by a car, he can get shot or whatever. He go up under the car, whatever, lick himself, and then he back whatever. But when that dog know he finna die, he goes there all the way in them damn woods, and he die. A lion can get in a fight, a real bad fight. Ain't like his heart punched or whatever though, but he know he can't go on no more. And he just fall to the ground and just sit there, lay there, and die. Some of us with our negative attitudes about everything, it affects you emotionally and physically. Some of us age more because we always affected about what's going on, worried about what's going on, and it stretches you out and ages you. And it's something that's it's a chemical in your body that when you get mad or you want to fuss or whatever, it's called like a fight or flight chemical. And whenever you don't use that chemical, whenever you get so mad or you hollering and it sits there, a lot of us get ulcers. So don't be so quick to blow a fuse unless you're gonna go to somebody's ass. Okay, all that hollering and getting all whatever, you messing up your inside chemicals, and you know your gut is the most important to anything. And like I said, that's the number on the board right there. If anybody want to call in, you might have a different topic because I ain't gonna be here much longer, and I'm going to the house. Well, I'm already at the house, but it's late night, and most of us are up anyway, and we ain't doing nothing. We don't control the news. The news that we watch on TV, you already know is playing. There's a group called the Legacy Group. They control probably 80 to 90% of the media that we see and hear today, from newspapers to CNN to NBC, MSNBC. They control all of that. So that's why if a cop get killed in Idaho somewhere or get shot in the foot in Idaho, we're gonna hear about it in North Carolina. They won't. It's always bad news all over the world. Come to an end, it's bad news. But while we think about it's bad news, certain people are buying up everything. They they got us food. They buying up homes and houses. Like I said before, you selling your house, make sure you got enough money to pay for that house that you want. These storage buildings are flying up everywhere for a reason. Because people are losing their houses, selling their house, getting a little check, think they can go buy another house, ain't got enough money for it. So I'm gonna rent a little while until I find this house. And you know about cash. Cash will trickle down slowly but surely. Ask people with a income tax check. And that's why all these storage buildings, storage places are going up everywhere. Business people know the forecast before we do. And that's why all these stores, because people are getting apartments now that had houses and got to put some of that stuff in storage buildings. If you have a house, hold on to it unless you have to sell. Trust me, it's something going on there where it's called I want to get it right, it's called 30-30-30 plan, where by 2030, depending on owning 30% of the homes, it's 330s, but it's a group that's going around and they bind up all the land and homes. So don't get it twisted about selling your house thinking you're going to come up, because you've been in your house so long that you don't know the price of homes. But when you sell that house and then you go in the market looking at the price of homes, you're like, oh, they done shot up again like $300,000. And everybody know that's ridiculous. That is, okay. A house nowadays, a 4-bedroom house, costs you $300,000. It, it's only about 40 to $50,000 worth of material to build that house. I'm talking about lumber. And if you want to go bricks or stucco or whatever, your ceiling, whatever, it's about $50,000 the most to build that house. But a house gonna cost you $300,000 because a house brings wealth. That's why we were, as black people, we was declined on buying houses, our loans for decades, because they know the house was a way to use collateral for to send our kids to college or to get a business, whatever. And the houses are overrated. We need to get back to building our own houses as a community. Most towns, if you ask older people, It was certain families or certain people that built most of the houses in the area. We need to get back to it. Like I said before, the average small house, we can build a house for about probably $30,000 worth of material. The other part is going to be material, and it's going to be labor. If people from the hood that's certified in laying brick, in carpentry, those ones in plumbing, electronics. I mean, not electronics. Um, wiring houses, whatever. All you gotta do is pass inspection on each level, and you can build your house. And then, being that you only spent $50,000 for the house, sell it then for 300,000. Let them come get it in, and do it again, and teach one besides you to do the same thing. Get back to building houses. Like I said before, I'm not gonna stay before you long. That's about it for me. Um, like I said, I had my man Joe Kelly. I call him Joe Kelly, y'all. I call him Joe Kelly. His name Justin because back in high school days, he tried to cut his own hair and messed up. So he had to go bald. That was before bald was cool. And we had a school cop called Joe Kelly, and that name stuck with him forever though. But he was supposed to come on the show tonight. But like I said before, my Facebook with my account is not working. It's just the podcast account. So that's the one he probably knows about. And like I said before, I might do a show tomorrow. Chances are the two people that was planning on going on tonight probably will go on tomorrow. At least one of them will. I said before I had to come on tonight and just say something because that's the only way you're gonna get something 100% is to keep at least once a week doing this. And it's gonna pick up. People gonna call in. People have their own topics. You know what I'm saying? Might be about football. Might be about sport. Might be about local stuff, whatever. I probably gonna have like a politician on. I'm sorry. I suppose I got up with Lord over the week though, but it's been a bad week for him. But I might get up with him as far as tomorrow. And like I said, I can't play music no more because they got me last weekend and they what you call it demonetized me and this and that though. But I don't know why you demonetized me for. I ain't trying to make no money off of it. All I want to do is just spread the knowledge that I find out by digging. I want to be I want to be an outlet or a format for conversation for people who want to got something to say. I mean, you might be proud of something that your kid done this week or whatever. This is our format. Unless you satisfied with watching the news and not being able to voice your opinion, then that's you. But I know there's a lot of us out here that the news don't do it for us. We smarter than the news. I lost another player this week. Oh man, I believe when I was on last 2 weeks ago, I lost a player. When I say I lost a player, I coached rec ball and a little bit of middle school ball for 17 years. Best times in my life, well, not best times, but I had a great time doing that. And I done lost so many kids though. This one this week right here, yeah, that one, all of them hurt me though. All of them hurt me. But being that me and his daddy is such good friends, I just saw his daddy probably maybe last week. You know what I'm saying? This one is it kind of hurt me right here. This one been in my mind all week. I don't know. I mean, you never know who listening to this, so if I go to, so I don't want to say his name, but you about know if you've been on Facebook or whatever this week and you saw somebody that and he's saying sorry for your loss, my little man. Well, Jaquan, yeah, his name live on. I ain't gonna stop saying his name just because his his spirit ain't here with us no more though. But yeah, Jaquan, man, it's crazy. It's fun for me to even say I'm already missing you or ain't no words, man. I mean, ain't no words. I mean, I, it's that kind of love you have for a kid that's not your own. You know what I'm saying? A kid that never disrespected you, and a kid that when he see you, what's up, coach, and he talk to you and stuff. You know what I'm saying? With no kind of relationship. It's messed up though. I'm tired of losing our youth though. If it ain't guns, it's you know what I'm saying. It's something else though. Car wrecks. Yeah. All you can do is try to spend time with your own kids. Ah, me and my son right now, I ain't gonna lie. Me, my dad, and my son are all three Pisces. 25 years old, 50 years old, 75 years old. We got the same relationship with each other. It's spooky. It is spooky. And I know for a long time I buck against I ain't buck against my dad though, but you know how us young men are until we get our own until you get a kid sometime, you don't really know what your daddy was saying. I mean, you hear, but you don't register, you know. But when you get a certain age, you register and you start being like your dad and you start knowing the thing that he done for you and you start respecting that and everything. But there are certain ages that the younger age that mostly in their 20s, they more with their peers than what their parents tell them. That's the age it is. I mean, that's just the way it is. Some kids listen and some kids, you know what I'm saying? But majority of them, they're gonna try to find their own way in life from their 20s to their 30s. And our advice ain't always what they listen to. It ain't. It ain't. Okay. That's about the last topic I said. If anybody had any other topic, you could have just typed it in. But yeah, we gotta stop this as far as our youth leaving us. Ain't nothing sadder than seeing a little kid who mama or daddy ain't here no more. They got a long time to not, you know what I'm saying? A lot of us are blessed to make it to our 30s and 40s and 50s and older, you know what I'm saying, before we have to live life without our parents. It's too many young ones, you know what I'm saying? If you out there, you young, you listen to this or whatever, parents too, y'all gotta talk to the kids. Fuck it. I mean, sorry if my mama listened though, but if they get mad with you or whatever, they get mad. But you told them, ask them, are you on these pills? Are you doing anything white, whatever? They might give you that, whatever. But still ask them, are you out here gun toting, know what I'm saying? With, know what I'm saying? And you gang banging or whatever, you got to ask them because it might save their life. And like I said before, I know people that mourn so bad that they left here less than 8 months later. So it might save your life too. Uh, we got to help out our cousins and people that are in need. People in need, and you know that they trying, not always going to be in need. If you take care of others, you'll get your blessings. If you think you God and you got to make your own blessings, if you don't buy it for you, ain't nobody going to do it for you. If I don't do this, ain't nobody going to do it for me. You God now, do for others and trust me, he'll take care of you. He Yahweh will take care of you. Okay, just do for especially the kids and elder people. It don't take a lot not to be an asshole or to be a mean person. A lot of us stuck in our ways. As soon as we got grown, we got the ability to be mean and nobody could check us. And a lot of us stuck in that way. Face frowned up. Think about it. It's people that you know right now, you can't picture them smiling or laughing. But you can picture them talking about somebody. We gotta change our ways. And like I said before, we're gonna have meetings. And these meetings are positive people. Positive people can get stuff done. Negative people gonna hold us back. Um, I also anybody listening to me, if you want to do a Boy Scout type thing or 4-H type thing, I don't want to use their name because you have to follow their guidelines. I have a building. I have the time in the afternoons, whatever. I want to do it for the kids. I just need somebody to help me. I don't care what age it is. Um, if it's especially the one that's in primary school, from not kindergarten, from like first grade to like fifth grade or whatever, we need to have them where we can teach them about some of everything. Okay, some kids can't tie their shoes, tie certain knots in rope, learn about tractors. Okay, we can be different from 4-H or Cub Scout, though, but we can teach our young ones. And I know parents are willing to bring their kids and pay. $5 or $10 a meeting, so we can feed them and go on little trips or whatever. I'm willing to do it. I know other people out there that's willing to. They just don't want to break the ice. They too damn shy. They won't say anything. But I'm willing to. Miles Community Center, 2836 Mercer Mill Road. That's the place. You can Google it and see how far you are from it, though. But if you want to help me out, we can have meetings right there. We got room in the back. We can do other stuff. Our kids need to go camping. Like I said before, our kids do not deserve a childhood no better than, no worse than ours. It got to be better than ours. Okay, our kids want to do little corny stuff that you think corny. They want to go camping. They want to go skating. They want to go to a Charlotte Hornets, a Charlotte Panthers football game, whatever. All right, I don't want to get on my little soapbox about, you know what I'm saying, doing for other people though, but I'm myself included. I ask myself at least once every other day, whatever. How can I be a better whatever? How can I be a better whatever? And my nephew Caden and Josh, I'm slipping. I ain't took out to the park or spent time with y'all in a while, but I'm doing something this weekend right here with y'all. But like I said, that's about it. I ain't gonna keep y'all up. Thank y'all for checking in on me and listening to the show. And like I said before, I ain't gonna stop. I might do a show tomorrow. If you have any topics for me, you can chat them or you can inbox me on Facebook. All right. If you're watching on YouTube, like they say, click like and click subscribe and click this and click that, whatever you got to do. So whenever I come up again, you get to notice. Um, it's ooh, it's political time right now, and check out the article of can I said I'm gonna show some stuff on YouTube. I won't just gonna sit in front of you though, but I'm finna get over it though. Candace Owens, a black woman. She's a commentator. She got her own little show right now. But she been doing some digging, and the digging she doing on Harris, Kamala Harris' daddy. Something ain't right. Something ain't right. Whoever Kamala is saying, put it that way. Candace Owens. If you click on it, something ain't right. It's almost just like Obama. It's always something fishy about who is your real parents or always something fishy, but hers is fishy too. Hers is fishy too. Like I said, they knew, we all knew uh the last election whenever Joe Biden won, that his mind was gone. Me and my family, McCoy family, we had plenty of arguments. I was the only one, Cat McCoy, Rodney McCoy, my dad and them, only one years ago saying he's not right in the head. He's losing. He's slow. But see, when you only watch certain news, the news not going to show you his bleeps and blunders, his falls, his everything, whatever. But the people who was there with him, Kamala and everybody there, they know even more about how bad his mental state was. And they played along the whole for 3 or 4 years. Played along like they just finding out whenever he did that debate. Oh, I didn't know he was that bad. No, they've been lying to us the whole while. Who been signing these papers? Who been he just he just signed something on his way out to guarantee Ukraine so many billions and billions and billions of dollars of money for the next I don't know how many years. That should be illegal. And we got our black people sitting there saying, vote for her. We was fooled with Obama. Obama did so much evil stuff that if y'all only knew how he wouldn't even trade with Africa, or a lot of African countries. He would do no trading with them or go give them no aid unless they change their rules on gay marriage and gay people. He did so much. Gaddafi was about to start the World Bank backed by Africa, backed by gold, diamonds, and how money is supposed to be backed. There's no money. I mean, there's no gold in Fort Knox. Money's supposed to be backed by gold or something rare. He was going to do that. He was starting to get all the people in Africa together to start this World Bank so that we can get loans and he could loan to other countries or whatever. You know who was convinced or who was ahead of taking him out? Obama. But he can smile and talk cool. Like she can't even talk cool. But we've been hoodwinked one time before. It's not working. Black people, they are spending hundreds of billions of dollars to kill. You can't get them to agree on 2 cents to heal. And you're going to vote for that. You do not have to vote. Vote for your morals. Ain't nobody going to hold a gun to your head or beat you down or fuss you out because you went in that box and you did not vote for a president. You do not have to vote for a president. You can vote for everybody else on down. If you got any kind of morals or if you got any kind of religious beliefs or any kind of patriotism or whatever, or any kind of black patriotism as far as reparations or black people, they keep no matter what giving Israel and Ukraine hundreds of billions of dollars before the election because they don't know how it's going to go. Y'all going to vote for that when they can agree to give all that money for killing and not for healing? It's an abomination to kill innocent people, just like it's an abomination they say in the Bible about gay people or abortion. Keep on reading, and to kill innocent people is an abomination in God's eyes, and that's what they're doing over there in Israel. It is crazy, but people will find another reason. Oh, she's this color. Oh, he is. How many times? How long have y'all been threatened with the Republican is the racist, he's evil thing? If it worked, they're gonna keep doing it. That's plain and simple. If a lie worked, they're gonna keep telling it. You can call it loud, not loud. If it worked, they're gonna keep doing it. That's why Carmela agreed to one debate. Trump ain't no better. His people are hiding him from a debate too. They didn't want him to get on the stage and do a debate. So we let them change the rules up where there's no more debates between them two. We just gotta pick. We basically heard Harris one time, maybe 2 times speak, and then we gotta vote for her to be president, or even Trump to be president. That's ridiculous. It's all set up. If you want to feel better when you leave that voting booth, vote for West or don't vote at all. West is the only one that's about truth and justice. Everybody else, or don't vote for president at all. Okay, like I said, I'm getting a little dry right now. I'm finna take it on in. I appreciate everybody that tuned in, and like I said before, I gotta do something because I gotta get some music. I can't sit here and it's quiet right here and not having no music. I gotta find some royal free music. But that Royal Free music be terrible. It sounds like elevator music, but it's better than that though. Other than that though, like I say, tomorrow supposed to be some good weather. Tomorrow and Sunday, do something. You'll feel better. It's like going to church on Sunday. You'll feel better after you do something that you ain't done in a long time. All right, and stop frowning so much. If you're alive, your people alive right now, stop frowning so much. All right, stop frowning something. Trying to find something to be mad or sad about. You healthy? You know, ain't no worse feeling than being sickly where you can't eat nothing. You might throw it up, or you got a toothache, or you got a sinus headache, or a migraine, or you got a nerve that's acting up. If you ain't got none of that, stop frowning. Be happy. All right. All right. I appreciate everybody who tuned in. Maybe y'all punk ass or call in tomorrow on tomorrow's show. I probably start tomorrow around a little earlier. Like I said, I was supposed to start early today at 9:15. The battery for my camera wouldn't take no more than one charge, one little bar charge. Oh, I said, well, I'll change to 9:30. I got to 9:30. I went on the site, and I don't know if it was the storms or some satellites down or whatever, though, but it took me the longest for it to start going live. Um, and then once I am going live, it's telling me that my A.M.P. Facebook account is not showing it. But other than that, I love you whether you know it or not, or whether I know you or not. Tomorrow, hopefully, we have a guest tomorrow. If we don't, I'm gonna come tomorrow and I'm gonna talk some more stuff because stuff is going on. And just because you're not watching this live, that don't mean you ain't gonna watch it. So if you watch this later on and tomorrow at 10 o'clock show, If you want to be a guest, I'll send you the URL address, and you can be on the show, or you can call in or chat in. Other than that, I appreciate you, and just because you're not doing bad stuff, don't mean you're not a don't make you a good person. You gotta do good to be considered good. Just because you sit home and you ain't bother nobody, don't mean you're a good person. Because you could be out there doing good, and you got the ability, you got the 10 fingers, 10 toes. Do something, all right?